All right, what's up, guys? It's Hassan with the Struggling Day Trader, and man, today was the second max loss day. Like, not max loss for my plan, but max loss with my broker. Previously, I had a max loss with my broker set at $300, and so basically, whenever it gets past $300, I'm unable to place any more buy orders or sell or orders. The only thing I can do is close positions. And then I think when it gets to 350, they liquidate for you. So yeah, that happened today. And at 300, when they keep you from placing orders, the positions you're in can still go green and unlock your account. But once you get to the liquidation level, that's it. You're done for the day. I mean, you can call them and reopen it, but that's stupid. So today, I actually texted my broker guy and told him to lower my max loss to my personal max loss, which is 4R, $100. So $100, it's time to walk away. Um, I should have done that a long time ago. There's really no reason to ever go this deep into the red. Minus 4R is four bad trades, basically. Um, at least four bad trades. So if your first four trades are red, then you get to 4R right away. But if you have some green trades and then you get to negative 4R, then you've had four bad trades plus you've traded away profit. So there's no reason to have anything past that level. So I should have done that a long time ago. I should have done that the first time I lost more than $100 in one day. It doesn't make sense to have losses that big because my green days are, I mean, at best $300, so far. I think my biggest green day since I've been streaming was 320. So going negative 348 is unacceptable. Yeah, so I should have done that a long time ago. Today, I wrote these rules out and I intended to trade them, but I did good waiting no trades until 8:45. I did sit on my hands. Um, I mostly didn't take trades under VWAP until, let me put up, I got another little screenshot joint. No, not that. Let's go with preview. All right. So for the most part, I didn't trade anything above VWAP, but here's the one that killed me today. Higher high, higher low at VWAP, right? This is the rule that I did not follow today more than anything. And I really just got impatient. I got really antsy after 30 minutes of sitting there doing nothing. I got really antsy. And I don't know what it is. It's just feeling like you have to be trading. That really is terrible. You know. So yeah, I mean, I guess we just get into it. So Nvidia opened up strong, as was expected. If I draw my HVS over that opening volume, let's go back to the 2. That's what we have. Now, we go up, we make a high, higher low. This has always been tempting to me, that first higher low. But one, is extended from VWAP, and it's just this early trading is really unpredictable, right? That's why I have the rule to wait until 8:45. So I wait for a nice pullback to VWAP. I think I was interested here, but what's the problem with that? Got a higher high. This candle here is already a lower low, right? So it's disqualified, right? Because the trigger is higher high. Let me put my circle back on. Is higher high plus higher low, right? So we got the higher high, but this candle is a lower low, right? But it keeps going and makes a really lower low, like lower than this right here, right? So now the trigger has reset. Now we're waiting for a higher high again, right? So what do we have here? A lower high. Total sign of a downtrend. And I totally explained. My guy Carl was in the chat. Shout out Carl, man. What's up, bro? And he asked me about it down here, and I proceed to explain how I think we were right here. He was like, man, that's a good time to buy. And I was like, nah, it's downtrending. It's making lower highs and lower lows. But this is after I've already gotten chopped up, so I guess it's easy to see that. But not only is it below VWAP, but it's making lower low, lower high, 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 lower low. And here, now you have a double top. It's got 889.95, 890.03. So 890.03. We got 890.05. So like, I mean, maybe barely a higher high, but really that's a double top. So another bearish sign. Right, so anyway, I digress. This was stupid because it is a lower high. So I don't know, that does kind of make me feel a little bit better, because it's like I was starting to feel like maybe my rules are crap too. Man. Yeah, so that's what happened there. I got kind of excited when I saw this narrow range, hammer bar sort of with the topping tail. Stupid. Like I bought here at the break of that because SPY was breaking over VWAP at the same time, and I thought this might be and it just pulled back to the HVS level. Started trading up to VWAP. I thought the SPY might take that thing up with it, but it did not. It turned right around and started making lower lows, and lower highs. So this was bad. Rule break. Nvidia entered after lower low. Rule break. And then I gave 3 trades on that thing on its way down. 3 trades. So I'm down 3R on this one ticker. Yeah, that's done. All right, Apple. Apple opened up strong as well. So draw a line over this high volume range, opening range right there. Excuse me. And let's go back to the 2. So we go up here and make a nice high. And you can say this is a higher low, right? But it's not a VWAP. It's not a VWAP. But yeah, I mean, there's no real sign. There's no signal here. Then it makes a lower high. And I guess you can consider this a higher low. So that was enough for me at the time. I've been sitting waiting to make a trade. This is, man, 50 minutes after the open, right? And I'm just like, all I got going on is these terrible Nvidia trades. That's all I got. I'm down 3R on Nvidia. So I take this Apple trade. It's got no distance to high of day. Like, at least if it came down to VWAP, going back up to high of day would have been, a practical target. But yeah, I mean, it goes and makes a new high, but it's nowhere near worth selling at this point because my entry is set 177.20, and this is 177.57, 177.69. So yeah, on 50 shares, it's 50 cent. Yeah, that's 1R. So bumps his head there and proceeds to pull back to VWAP. I decided to add here. I mean, it's technically a higher low, but I gotta write in my rules. We're not adding, bro. The adding game is not there. The only place to add is at VWAP, where you can move up your stop and keep it under VWAP, and that's like so rare. So anyway, I added there and had to move my stop above VWAP, which is a rule break because stop loss must be placed below VWAP. So I bought this lower high, higher low, which is not the setup. I added here, which made me bring my stop above VWAP, which it never would have been below VWAP because I bought in right here. I was just done waiting, bro. I'm like, look, man, I gave the market the time it needed. It's time to trade. So stopped out. Then it came down here and made a narrow range bar, even though it's a lower high and a lower low. I bought it. Stopped out and was like, hey, look, I stopped out with a really nice entry candle again, even though it's a lower low. So I bought the break of that, and this is when I got liquidated right here. This is when they was like, that's enough, bro. I don't know if they knew it was about to come all the way down, but they was like, yeah, that's enough, bro. Because they didn't liquidate me down here when it dipped to there, but they showed it right there. So yeah. So with Apple, wasn't patient enough. Started trading non-setups extended from VWAP. Entry did not allow stop to be placed below VWAP. Second rule break, bought lower high plus lower low. Twice. So that's one rule break by taking an entry. taking an entry extended from VWAP, not putting my stop below VWAP. That's 2 rule breaks. And then adding on a lower low. And then entering again on a lower low. It's 4 rule breaks. Like, what am I doing? That's how I'm feeling right now, man. What am I doing? All right. So there was no entry here. This this was not to be traded. It never gave an entry. Like, the only possible trade that you could have taken on this was to buy that. Right? You could have bought there, maybe added there, and then sold at high of day. What is that? 75 and 59. Okay, you could have got 100 shares there, but your stop wouldn't have been below VWAP because you would have had to put it right there to make it even worth anything. So yeah, there was no trades because here higher high, lower high, lower low. Yeah, it's just not. Apple's not a tradable one today. Apple, the way I feel about Apple is I never want to trade it. Like, every morning when I put Apple on my list, I'm like, you said you wasn't going to trade Apple anymore. But it's like, okay, if everybody's trading it and it's gapping up, why not? But I don't know. I have a thing about Apple that I don't seem to trade it well. Maybe I should just leave it alone. Anyway, so prove to myself more and more it is me. All right, let's talk about Google. So we had a nice strong open on Google. Oops. Drop. What is that? Draw that nice HVS line. And we got high, higher low, higher high. I guess at this point we're at a higher low, but 100% retracement from this low, which is weak, right? And then when we actually come to tap VWAP, we sell right through it, throw this super bearish candle here, come back and make a lower high. Then we make a high. Excuse me. And this is what I was waiting for, as far as waiting for it to pull back to VWAP. I was like, okay, we made a high and broke back up over VWAP. Now if we make a higher low and throw a nice little hammer bar here, that would be worth entering, right? But instead of following my setup, I'm thinking, technically, that, okay, it either needs to, technically something needs that's gone up before you take an entry on it. It either needs to pull back, retrace, like 50% or so, or it can consolidate for a while. So it's like either it's a pullback or a time, consolidation for a time before, it's ready to take off again. So what's this high here? 151.09. I set an order at 151.10 and it's tagged me in, and stop under here, which is not under VWAP. So lower high, plus consolidation is not a rule. Lower high plus consolidation is not the setup. We'll break one. And then after that trade fails, actually it made a higher high slightly, and then came down here and threw this guy. I'm looking at this level here, came down and threw that. I'm sorry, over here. And did it make a new high? That was 151.05, 151.07. So I was gonna add here, which really didn't give me room to move my stop up. So why am I adding? I'm just increasing my risk without being able to keep my stop in a safe place, which is below VWAP. Quickly stop out. Now we got a narrow range bar at VWAP, which looks nice, but it is a lower low. So I tag in, then we make a higher low, higher high, higher low, if you want to call this higher high and higher low. And I see this nice looking hammer bar, very nice looking hammer bar, and I decide to add if it breaks over the top. So 88, this went to 89, just enough to grab me, right? And I was feeling a little nervous, and then this made me feel really good when this was a solid green bar all the way up to here. I was like, okay, we're going to the high of day. Nope, came right back down through VWAP and just kept on downtrending. Now, it's supposed to be no trades after 10:30. Is that market time? I think 11 would be okay for that, for market time, because it seems like everything that's gone up is cooling off at that time. So with Google, we'll break one, and then bar lower low, lower low. So I added in a way that increased my risk without keeping my stop safe. And yeah, so that didn't work either. Wonder why. This meta trade was awful. I ain't gonna hold you. Straight awful. I swear how sometimes I slip into like a YOLO mode where it's just like, hey man, I'm just about to try this. After I promised I wouldn't. See, this is nice. This would have been nice. Yeah. Could have got in here, higher high. Oh, we need to get off this 1 minute for sure. Yeah, this was nice. Could have added here. Kept your stop under there. Came back, added here, and you guys that would have been gooch. It was probably the best trade opportunity of the day, and I'm already stopped out. It's too late in the day anyway. But yeah, I thought this one might be holding the level right here. It already tested it and broke through it once. So I thought it was just going to test it one more time, and people were hungry. But They were just hungry that day, I guess. Whew. All right, man, my bad, y'all. I'm so sleepy. I took a real late road trip to Oklahoma yesterday to pick up a motor. All right, so yeah, this was just a YOLO. I don't know what this was. I can't even substantiate this. Extended from VWAP. I guess it's a higher high, higher low, so to speak. But not a clean trade at all. And then Amazon, I don't even want to talk about Amazon, but we're gonna talk about it. This was a desperation wannabe double bottom. Seen the volume coming in, seen the bottom and tails near this area from the last chart. I'm thinking, okay, brothers is buying in. Let me check it out. Yeah. Oh wait, that was down here. Up here, this was like, felt like, okay, this is a textbook entry right here. Look at this beautiful candle, right? But what we got? We got lower high, lower low. That's it, right? Because we got a higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, lower high, lower low. Okay, it changed. That's when it changed right here. You know? So it did that. Stopped me out on what I considered an entry candle, which was another lower low. And I got back in when it broke over that. Okay, that's why I'm down that much on Amazon. I did take 2 trades on it. And my last trade was 2R. So, yeah. So, yeah, my big issue today was buying lower highs and lower lows. I mean, I guess that's fixable. I guess that's fixable. Is there hope? I don't know, man. I'm feeling pretty hopeless in this moment here. But I really want to do this. This is like really my dream. So I am going to reflect and maybe adjust my rules a little bit and contemplate on those a little more and contemplate on myself. And I'll be back in the morning. Anyway, hope you guys staying safe out there in the markets. Your rules are your business, you know. No rules, no business, no money. So hopefully tomorrow will be better. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hit that like button if you don't mind. Hit that subscribe if you haven't. I do believe things are going to get better. I'm almost there. I'm there as far as the skill to trade, but when the market isn't giving me what I want and I have to sit and wait, that's what I'm struggling with. So that's gonna be a focus, and hopefully I'll get it together real soon so I can, start living the dream. Anyway, thanks for watching. Peace.